Hello everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. Today we jump into a very busy December month where we have 6 games coming up. Of course, we won't be playing all 6 today, but the plan of action is going to be Palace first away at Selhurst Park, a tricky away trip, followed by Liverpool at home, who aren't really doing too well, but they've still got a very, very good team, and then an away trip as well to Stamford Bridge to take on Chelsea. Of course, we are nearing January as well. That's when the transfer window opens again, so hopefully we can make some new signings happen, potentially in that one, although we've only got about £13 million to spend. But last time out, actually, we didn't have it all our way, as you can see here. We started the episode with a game against Newcastle. We lost that 2-1, of course. You might remember it. In the last few minutes, we threw away the draw. We then followed that with a game against Wolves, where we were just not at the races. We lost it by 3-1. They deserved to win that game. And then after that, it was Spurs, where luckily we were able to get the 1-0 win. It was Joshua King scoring to give us the 3 points there. And speaking of Joshua King, he, at the moment, is the only player shortlisted in this month's Player of the Month vote. You might remember, we've held it the last 3 months, or the first 3 months as well. We've had it every single month, and this time around, it's only Joshua King in that shortlist. Harry Kane's in there, Lucas Moura as well. I think Kane might be the one who gets it. He's a top scorer at the moment in the Premier League, ahead of Joshua King. So the first time, or for the first time, it might not be coming our way, the Player of the Month. So we'll see how that one goes. But we definitely need a reaction to last episode because it didn't exactly go our way. And that now means then that the table looks like this. It's incredibly close at the top. We sit top of it, 26 points. Spurs just behind, Manchester City just behind them, and all of that stuff going on. Chelsea with the game in hand could move on to 26 points. They face West Ham in their game in hand. Like I said, Liverpool down in 8th at the moment, but of course we'll be playing around with their team selection, so make sure they've got their strongest 11 against us. Arsenal down in 12th. And the bottom 3 currently involves Palace, who we face first, Burnley and Sheffield United. So that first game against Palace, remember, they haven't got Zaha. So looking at that, I'm feeling pretty confident that we can get 3 points in our first game of the day. But time will tell. So let's get into the episode. And after looking into Palace's team, this is what they're going to go with. So Gaeta goes in goal. Chilwell, Tompkins, Sakho and Ward as a back 4. I was quite surprised to see Ben Chilwell at the club. Max Meyer, Milivojevic, Camarasa and Schlupp in a midfield 4. And Ayew and Iheanacho up front. Alongside that, we start with this team. There's a few familiar faces missing. Butland in goal, Kelly, Ake, Cook and Stacey at the back. Fraser, Phillips and Lerma partner each other in field alongside Brooks, so no Lewis Cook, and that is purely down to fitness issues because of the fact that we've got Liverpool days to come. Maddison just in behind, Callum Wilson, Josh King on the bench. Again, I would have loved to have played him. He's our top scorer, but he's just a little bit out of full fitness. So because of Liverpool, I don't want to risk him potentially picking up an injury when that should be, in theory, a more tricky game. You know, Palace are dead bottom of the league at the moment. They've picked up 9 points in their opening, 14 games or something. So theoretically, this should be a victory for us. But of course, it doesn't always play out that way in football. Let's get into game. Here is Wilson, turning, finding the ball up towards Maddison. Great control from James Maddison. Feeds it back towards Wilson. Needs somebody in the box to aim at. There's Phillips arriving. And Sakho does brilliantly to turn it behind for Palace. A nice move, though, crafted by us. We just could not find the cutback. Here is Maddison on the short corner. There's the header for Brooks. It's headed out again. And Iheanacho sends it on its way once more up towards the feet of Ayew. Early pressure, though, for Palace as we managed to get in behind. It was great work, and that's not what you want to see from them. Giving away possession cheaply. Fraser towards Wilson on the turn. What a save by Gaeta. A fantastic left-handed save from Palace's number 1. The nice Callum Wilson, the opening goal of this game, and it was on target as well. What a save. Another corner ball, though, going to be put into the Palace's penalty area. Fraser with it. Gaeta comes out to punch it. I'm a little bit frustrated, actually, because I thought Phillips might have won that. Unfortunately not, but here is Calvin Phillips again then. Inside the area yet again. Phillips on the pullback. Straight to the hands of Gaeta. Great pressure, but nothing to show for us at the moment. Palace just have not settled in this early stages. They have to do that very quickly here. They're quite fortunate, actually, to still be in this game as that ball through towards Calvin Phillips. Brought down brilliantly! And there is Calvin Phillips with a moment of brilliance to put us in front at Selhurst Park. I say brought down brilliantly. I meant brought under control brilliantly. And what a finish it was as well from the central midfielder. Bournemouth 1, Palace 0. I said they haven't settled, and that's certainly been the case. I will say Sakho's actually been doing pretty well for them, keeping us out mostly, but not here. Calvin Phillips, a great touch initially, gets in the box, and he finds the bottom corner as well. He's been so good since signing from Leeds, hasn't he? Definitely one of the players to watch in this Bournemouth team. It's good to see as well that we're giving, these players a chance to shine. Lloyd Kelly, another one who's come in at left back, and he's doing very well as well. So it's nice to see these sort of players coming through. I believe Kelly was signed from, was it Bristol City to Bournemouth? I might be wrong with that. But nevertheless, Phillips, fantastic finish. We're in front here at Selhurst Park, and it has been coming. So Palace will need to find an answer, and so far they have not done that. 5 minutes to go until half-time here, being really one-way traffic, but Palace looking for a way back into the match here as Camarasa finds the ball up towards Iheanacho, spreads it wide to Schlupp. Schlupp with a chance to put a cross into the middle. Kelly can't block it initially. Schlupp still got it. Some good defensive work, though, from Ryan Fraser. Might have been a free kick. Nothing given by the referee, and is there a chance to break away here? Ryan Fraser inside towards Calvin Phillips. Phillips going to let Fraser continue the run before feeding a fantastic pass back towards him. What a ball from Calvin Phillips. Ryan Fraser! Oh, I thought it was number 2. It's the side netting. It's not in the back of the net. It's in the side netting. I genuinely thought he'd beaten him at the near post there. Here is Lerma. Great ball to David Brooks as he carries forward, looking for somebody in the box to aim at. He's still with the ball at Brooks. Brooks back towards the middle. Ryan Fraser! Number 2 for Bournemouth. And Palace are being torn apart in this game now. Get in, Ryan Fraser. I tell you what, when Brooks got in down the right-hand side and he pulled the ball back into the middle, for a second I thought we'd wasted the chance because it just seemed like there was nobody there. And then Ryan Fraser, there he is, smashes it past Gaita. 2-0 Bournemouth. And honestly, it could get even worse for Palace here. They're not able to really get out too well from their defensive unit. The service up to Iheanacho and Ayew has been appalling so far. It really has been. So, to be fair to them, this was expected, but they haven't shown up at all. And Ryan Fraser makes it 2-0 Bournemouth. Who needs Joshua King? Here is Lerma. Lerma finds Wilson. Wilson allowed to turn. Callum Wilson! Should have been number 3. How has he not hit the target there? Callum Wilson, I'm going to be honest, right? Him and Josh King have been a partnership that has torn teams apart so far this season, but I have been a little bit unimpressed with Wilson in front of goal. He's only got 3 league goals to his name. I know we're only 14 games in, and King has been the one who's sort of been putting the ball in the back of the net, but when he's in that position there, Callum Wilson, you expect him to hit the back of the net. It should have been 3. Nevertheless, we still do have a 2-goal advantage at the moment, which we can fall back on, and there isn't too long left in the game. As I think Palace have made all 3 changes now. They've brought on Benteke and Connor Wickham up front, swapping out both of their strikers. Kouyate's also coming in midfield as well. Yeah, I think they've made pretty much all 3 of their changes. Great defending from Ake. Cuts that chance out, but we've given away possession again. Here is Danjuma in towards the feet of Wilson. Wilson gets it back towards him. Last chance of this game. Danjuma, number 3, is on the cards. And it's Danjuma, the substitute, who's got it after some great combination play between him and Callum Wilson. This is much more like it. Love that ball back through to him as well. And Danjuma makes the finish look simple into the bottom corner. Palace 0, Bournemouth 3. It's a fantastic move to end off what's been a very, very good display here at Selhurst Park. But we knew that this was probably the most likely 3 points of today's episode. We still face Liverpool and Chelsea. So that's going to be where we will have to put in a very, very good display to get anything out of those games. But I can't complain from this one. Let's head to our interview after the game, because I'm sure it's going to be a good one. 3-0 victory, exactly what you want to see. Clean sheet as well. And as we shake the hand of Roy Hodgson, I'm happy with that. And as we've come out of that game as well, I've just seen the results, and Chelsea drew 1-1 with Aston Villa, so they've dropped some points. But anyway, into our interview. We're expecting more of a competitive match out there today. Were you? No, not really. They were bottom of the league. I'm going to say no challenge. It was not much of a challenge for us. Comfortable win after 3 goals scored by AFC Bournemouth. Do you think the game could have gone another way today? That's just the most stupid question I've ever seen in my life. I mean, we were 3-0 up. We kept them to 1 shot in the entire match. The only thing they beat us on was possession. I'm going to say time to focus on our next match, because Liverpool is the next one coming up, and we don't have too much rest between that one. We were full value for the win today. I'm not really interested in dissecting the performance. Camarasa was one of the best players in the opposition we scored 3. I think they need to work on the questions for this interview, because it seems a little bit baffling that we've just won 3-0 and they're saying it was difficult for us to create chances, because it really wasn't. So we just played our game and we won it. So yeah, I don't understand that question there, because we scored 3, we won the game. So yeah, it wasn't really difficult. But Calvin Phillips coming up to me to say Just want to say thanks for the amount of playtime I'm getting. I'm really happy with that. I'm going to say I'm proud of you because I very much am. He's come from Leeds United and he is performing to his utmost. I was hoping we'd have a pre-match press conference ahead of this game against Liverpool, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So let's get into this. This is going to be a tough challenge. Obviously, I need to change around their lineup to see if it's their strongest. It might already be, but we will make sure of that. It's not really. So let me have a quick play around with it. Make sure I get my strongest team to face off against Liverpool. And we'll be back in a second. And here is what the Liverpool lineup is going to look like. So Alisson starts in goal. Robertson, Van Dijk, Matip and Vesialko. Henderson, Wijnaldum and Naby Keita with Mane, Firmino and Shaqiri as the front three. They've got some injuries, Liverpool, which is why they're not featuring. Alexander-Arnold out injured, Fabinho as well out injured, and also Salah as well is injured. So, yeah, that's why those guys aren't featuring. We've got Werner on the bench as well for Liverpool to call upon. So I think that's probably their best 11. And as you can see on the left-hand side, there is our 11 for this game. So without further ado, we're playing Liverpool at the Vitality Stadium, looking to continue our wins today. We've had back-to-back wins after back-to-back-to-back defeats in the last one. So let's make sure we try and give the best performance we possibly can here against a tough Liverpool team. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a challenge. They might be 8th in the league, but their team seriously isn't 8th in the league, is it? And if we're being honest, I would quite happily take a point here if we could get that. A win would just be even better as Brooks is carrying forward, finds the ball towards King. King has got the run coming in from Jack Stacey, instead goes over to Brooks instead. And now it comes for Lewis Cook as we now trying to break down this Liverpool backline. And it's going to be interesting as well today to see how we get on against arguably the best front three in the league as Phillips is through. And his shot will be saved by Alisson. Good little move that, and Phillips had a shot at the end of it. But yeah, how are we going to cope with this Liverpool front three? Of course, they're missing Mo Salah, but they've still got Shaqiri, and he's not bad at all. Mane and Firmino, the other two, of course. As we now have a corner ball to send in towards the box. Ryan Fraser going to do it. It's not a great corner, and it's easily dealt with. However, Lewis Cook still has possession. Finds Steve Cook. And there's Phillips now on the ball. They're trying to get another opportunity. Phillips with a turn. There's the cross. It's going to Ryan Fraser. He's never going to win that, is he? Here is Henderson looking through towards Sadio Mane. Stacey not really with him at the moment, but Mane trying to turn back. Jack Stacey has done really well there, actually. I have to give credit where it's due. As we've been caught out trying to play out of our back line. David Brooks up against Robertson. And he's done enough to put that out of play, but great defensive work from Jack Stacey, it has to be said. He's up against a very tough opponent today in Sadio Mane. And he's done really well there, but not so well with that one. Mane again on the turn. Inside the penalty area. Great tackle, Cook. And now then Robertson still has it. This is where the pressure is. Because Liverpool are just not letting us get out here. Wijnaldum up against Lewis Cook. Finds Keita. Keita inside our penalty area. Finds Robertson. Robertson with a chance to put a cross in. There it is. Kelly needs to win it at the back post. He doesn't really do too well. Wijnaldum. The shot in and Butland saves it. Here is Wilson. Has got Ryan Fraser making a good run. Fraser up against Van Dijk. He's going to beat him for pace. Ryan Fraser's done really well here. Is there an end product though? Not really. Matip will get there. But he's fallen again for Ryan Fraser. Alisson with a save. King surely. And it's going to count as well. There is no offside flag. And Joshua King has scored the opener at the Vitality Stadium after some great work by Ryan Fraser. There when Matip stops that cross, they've got to react quicker, Liverpool. The shot came in, Alisson saved it, back into the danger area. King brings it under control and fires in quite possibly one of the easiest goals he's going to score this season. Bournemouth 1, Liverpool 0, and it's come after some incredible pressure on us in our defensive unit. We were able to withstand it, and we've got our reward with Joshua King scoring his 12th of the Premier League season. But just before that, you saw how much pressure we were under by Liverpool. They really were knocking on the door, but we were able to get out of it at the other end without conceding. And now then, here we go again. Mane through for Wijnaldum. He's in the box again. Ake wrong-sided. There's the ball across, and Butland reads it really well as he stops it really becoming anything. But that's not a good throw-out. What was wrong with the ball in towards Kelly's feet instead? Oh, no. It's just been turned by Shaqiri. He's still in there. Lewis Cook, though, with some good defensive work, has got us out of that situation. Now Wilson. Oh, and now he's giving it away. That's not what you want to see. Wijnaldum. Callum Wilson, redeem yourself, and he's done just that really well, actually. Phillips, look at the run of King. And he's going to use him as well. We're into added time of this first half. I mean, King's going to have to go himself. Actually, there is Ryan Fraser arriving. King. Van Dijk's got there. I tell you what, Fraser was actually ahead of his player. So if we'd have got that across, I'm thinking that was 2-0. Lewis Cook with a short corner. Keita puts it out. I'm going to take another one. Here is Phillips, second half underway. We've made one change at the break as Callum Wilson might be in, and he is. Virgil van Dijk, no, the touch. I tried to get away from Van Dijk. And I took too heavy a touch and Alisson came out to read it. We've made a change. We brought on Lerma for Lewis Cook. That's purely fresh legs in midfield to try and help us defend against this Liverpool team, as that's a great ball out wide from Henderson towards Shaqiri, who's brought it down really well as well. We had a chance there with Wilson if we just didn't take such a bad touch. Phillips cannot cut that pass out, and now Firmino has it. Looking through as Steve Cook is there. Ake towards Lerma. Lerma now will find Kelly. Really good move. And look at the ball through now then towards Ryan Fraser, who is causing this Liverpool team all sorts of problems. Ryan Fraser inside the penalty area. Does really well. Fraser, it falls for Wilson! Bournemouth 2, Liverpool 0. And it's Callum Wilson with a brilliant finish. Get in! I tell you what, he's come from 2 counter-attacks. Half an hour or so to play here. Ryan Fraser is the man that's causing the problems for Liverpool. Great work there. Great defensive work from Van Dijk. But then look at that finish from Callum Wilson. Really, really good stuff. On the volley, first time, Alisson beaten. 2-0 Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. Klopp can't believe it. And Liverpool's really bad start to the season is going to continue, it looks like. And I tell you what, they've not even been that bad. They really haven't, but we've counter-attacked with real intensity. And you have to take your hat off to Ryan Fraser, because he is the man who's making sure Liverpool have a bad day at the office. And he's done well enough there, Kelly, to kind of just stop the run, I guess, as Firmino's now on it. Looks through. Great defensive work by Cook. And now it's going to go to Brooks. Brooks up towards Wilson. Wilson back to Brooks. Now King's through as well. Really nice move from Bournemouth again. Joshua King sees the run of Callum Wilson. He's giving him it. Look at Fraser. Look at this. Bournemouth for number 3. Oh, what a save by Alisson. Fraser's deserved a goal. He's not going to get it as we try to finish the move off. I can't believe it. Oh, wait a minute. No, it didn't work. I can't believe Fraser didn't finish that. 2 minutes to play here at the Vitality Stadium, and what a performance we have put in right here. Brooks up towards the feet of King. He's not going to find him though, and Keita will pick up the ball. Now the last minute as Firmino's ball through is going to find Robertson. I thought he might just run out of play, but not quite. Firmino has it. Great touch. Really nice touch, and Butland with a brilliant save, as we are going to make a change as well. Off will come Ryan Fraser for a standing ovation, surely, here from the Vitality Stadium. What a save by Jack Butland that is. And Klopp is just, it's not been his day at the office, has it? But as I said, there will be a change, and it has now been made, and it doesn't actually show as a standing ovation. I'm quite disappointed in that, because we deserve to see it, as that shot's going to come in and Butland should have it, and does. We didn't get to see it, but I'm sure the Bournemouth fans gave Ryan Fraser a standing ovation. What a display from him. And there is full time. Bournemouth 2, Liverpool 0. I can't believe I'm saying that, but what a performance. Callum Wilson, what a finish his goal was as well. And Butland had a save to make in the later stages, but other than that, we didn't really get tested too much. Yes, they had a lot of the ball in good areas, but we were able to defend brilliantly, and our counter-attacking today was lethal. 58% of possession for Liverpool during that one. We had less possession again during the game. They had the same shots as well, but we were just more clinical in this one. We can head off into our post-match interview. Very happy with the way things have gone, and more points dropped by Chelsea. They dropped points last time out against Villa. They dropped more here against Everton, a 1-1 draw again. So going into that one, we will be full of confidence off the back of 2 very good wins. And again, with the interview, what are we going to get from this one? Hopefully some more better questions. Chances of winning were slim. Did you expect this outcome? I'm going to say we certainly hoped for it. We knew it would be a challenge. We expected a difficult match, but 2-0 is a satisfying result. Quite a resounding victory today. How pleased are you with the team's performance? When you compare that to the last interview, they said that it could have gone either way, and we won that 3-0, so I don't really know. I'm going to say time to focus on our next match, because of course the job is not done. Chelsea still to come. Van Dijk was one of the best players of the opposition today. How difficult was it to find a way past Liverpool? I wish there was an option where you could say we scored 2 and just leave it at that, because I feel like that's what I should be saying. None of these really make that much sense. It wasn't easy. We scored 2. We won the game. We played our game. I feel like I'm just saying that every time, and we can learn from him. I mean, what's the point in that? We just played our game again. Like I said, I wish there was an option there where I could be like feisty and say, but we scored twice and we won the game, so wasn't that good. It's a shame really there isn't, but there we go. Another interview done. That is a picture that you love to see. Wilson's goal against Liverpool, as Man United have just beaten Manchester City in the league. Now, I go back to my point though. There's some stupid results going on, but Man United climbing themselves up into 3rd with a game in hand. Spurs with a game in hand as well. They could move a point behind us. We now face Chelsea, remember. I'm not sure what the Bournemouth board are saying, but we're not on track, because at the end of the day, Where do they really think? Where do they really think that we should be, or what we're doing? Because we're top of the league. I can't really say that they expected much more than that, but maybe I'm wrong. Nevertheless, let's head off then into Chelsea for our final game of today. And fingers crossed, we can end it with another big victory. I mean, at the moment, I'm just taking it game by game. But as we approach the halfway stage of the Premier League, we are at the top of the table. And there's absolutely no reason we can't keep this going, you know. Yes, ultimately, a lot of the teams around us are not performing to their best, and they should be. But we have to give us credit, because we are putting in some really good displays. I'm quite surprised by Chelsea's team, but here it is anyway. So Kepa starts in goal. Is it Coates at left back? I've probably got that completely wrong. I apologise. Zuma, Christensen and Roberto with Jorginho, Kovacic and Kante. Pulisic, Belotti and Hudson-Odoi as a front three. You can see there's not really a lot of great quality in the Chelsea side. I know they've just lost Hazard, and that's a big miss for them, but you expected to see them maybe strengthen a bit. Of course, although technically speaking they have got a transfer ban in real life, I don't think it applies in games, so they could have actually brought players in, but yeah, it's quite surprising to see. Well, they did actually bring players in. They brought Belotti in. What am I talking about? But yeah, quite surprised to see that team. But anyway, there it is. For us, no changes. We don't change what's working. If it's working, we keep it the same. Away at Stamford Bridge for our final game of today. Is it going to be 3 points again on the board? Lloyd Kelly's really impressed me since coming into the team, so hopefully he can keep the Chelsea wingers quiet. They might swap positions, Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi, but him and Stacey have got big jobs on their hands tonight to keep Hudson-Odoi, or this evening, to keep Hudson-Odoi and Pulisic quiet. So let's see, can we do it? Great performance against Liverpool. Let's keep up into this game. Here's Jorginho for Chelsea, finds Kovacic. Now Kante in support. Phillips trying to take the ball off him, and he's given away a free kick in the process. Maybe could have let that play on ref, but he's chosen to give the free kick to Chelsea. Belotti, it's 35 yards out. Surely not going to have a go. He does. I can't believe he had a shot from there. Kelly towards King. King now to Wilson. Quick 1-2 maybe. Wilson tries it, gets it back as well. It's all over the place here. I don't know how he still got it. Callum Wilson gets the shot away. Oh, what a finish from Callum Wilson. Chelsea 0, Bournemouth 1. It's a rifle from our number 13 into the top right corner. And it's the breakthrough at Stamford Bridge of our first shot. What a goal. You can see here, though, I've got no idea what was going on between him and Chelsea's number 15 as he somehow comes away with possession. But when he does, look at that for a finish from Callum Wilson. Picks his spot and rifles it into it. I didn't even check either who's won Player of the Month for month of November, so I apologise for that. Maybe King has won it and I just didn't see. Maybe the message will still be there when we come out of it. But if you're taking a look at the potential Player of the Month for December, Wilson's getting his name on that shortlist. That's another goal for him here, and what a strike it is. Here goes Sergio Roberto, trying to find a way through. Now got Jorginho, Kante, up towards Belotti. Belotti turning, gets it to Pulisic, returns it as well. Belotti still in possession, and now looking for maybe a cross, but you'd want him in the box, would you not? As it's found its way back to their fullback, and now here's Jorginho on the turn maybe. Not going to allow him to get the shot away. Let's not dive in and do anything stupid. Kovacic towards Kante. Kante! Great save from Botland as he picks it out the sky. Frank Lampard wants more from his team, who actually, very much like Liverpool, have probably been the better team in this first half. Definitely more of the ball, but like I said, it doesn't matter what you do with possession. You've got to create chances. Second one of the game there for Chelsea. The first one, of course, coming from Belotti, which was over the bar. As now maybe some trickery to get them in this one. Zuma returns it back to Jorginho. It's a great save from Butland to deny Kante as the ball's in towards the box. Roberto keeps it in. Oh my goodness me, what a touch. It's got to go in, and it does. I cannot comprehend that touch from Sergio Roberto. What a goal. Chelsea 1, Bournemouth 1. The finish isn't what's made that goal. It's all about the work from Sergio Roberto here. I genuinely thought he was going to outplay. How he's kept that in, I've got no idea. Butland saves the initial effort, but the rebound is there and Pulisic smashes home. One apiece here at Stamford Bridge. Wilson finds King as we're back on the way here. Josh King in towards the box, looking for an instant reply, and he's found it as well. Chelsea 1, Bournemouth 2. Josh King's got it. Instant reply. Who says kickoff goals are not a thing? Straight from our kickoff, we went through. And look at this finish, by the way, from King. Timed to perfection. Kepa, no chance. Both of our strikers on the score sheet. And it's back in front for Bournemouth. And if you look at it, 3 shots for Chelsea in this first half, 1 goal, 2 shots for Bournemouth, 2 goals. It's all about being clinical, and that we have been thus far. 13 for the season, Joshua King. And here is Kovacic driving forward for Chelsea as we've not found the tackle there, and it still is with Chelsea's possession, who might feel a bit frustrated to actually be behind here, because 2 shots, 2 on target for Bournemouth, 2 goals, as Kelly's going to block that cross. Such is the quality of finishing for us, though. Kepa, realistically, was a spectator in that first half. Butland, on the other hand, has made a couple of really good saves. Bakayoko coming on for Jorginho with 25 minutes to play. Maybe thinking about a couple of changes myself, but so far just going to leave it. Kovacic is headed towards Belotti. I believe it's touched Lewis Cook on the way through, who's gone down clutching his face here in that one, because it seems to hit him straight square in the face. But a great block nonetheless. And we're just trying to see this result out here. Chelsea's ball in towards the box again. Belotti, near post. Oh, Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 2. Belotti just seemed to be unmarked in that box, didn't he? And he's found the finish past Jack Butland, but who was supposed to be picking him up? I really have no idea. The fakers with the short corner. I think it's Cook, our captain, who should have been picking up Andrea Belotti. He doesn't do, and he's equalised the scoring up again then. Time for a couple of changes. I'm going to be bringing on... Who do I bring on? I've actually got Abraham, but I've just realised because we're against Chelsea, I don't actually believe he would be able to play, so I'm not going to bring him on. I'm going to bring on Mark Dillon. We're going to bring on Dillon for Fraser, because Fraser hasn't done as much as he did against Liverpool. And also Maddison on for Phillips as well. So 2 changes, 24 minutes to play here. Is there a third goal to put us back in front in the game? Here is King on the turn, allowed to turn as well by Chelsea. Not really good for them, as Kepa will keep it out. Really good effort from King, though. And the one thing I don't want to happen in the last 20 minutes or so is to us lose this game, because that would be really annoying, wouldn't it? I'd take the point. It'd be a great episode. 7 points from a possible 9 as well when you look at the teams we've played today. So, yeah, just don't lose the game and we'll be pretty good. But here is Brooks with the corner then, looking towards the head of Cook. Oh, it was a good header as well, but he's just too high with it. Not a bad effort at all from our captain, who lost Belotti for Chelsea's equaliser. He nearly made up for it there. 7 minutes to play. Pulisic in down the left-hand side. Jack Stacey trying to stop him, putting the cross in. There it is. Ake doesn't get there, and Giroud with a big chance. My goodness me, we got away with it. Ake was nowhere near stopping the header from Olivier Giroud, so I'm so glad that he didn't manage to hit the target, because that could have been Chelsea's potential winner, as we now have 5 minutes left as David Brooks. Oh no, that's not what you want to see. Giroud now in possession. Just don't lose the game. Do not lose this game, as the ball is with Chelsea in a really good area. Kante trying to find a way through, turning past Lewis Cook. Still in possession here, Kante, and he's got past him again. Oh no, 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 no. No! Chelsea 3, Bournemouth 2. Are you kidding me? Where did we go? How was Coat scored? I can't believe we've just lost it here. Kante with some unbelievable work. And then that happens, man. Why did we let him through? All we had to do was hold out for the literal last minutes of this game. Chelsea 3, Bournemouth 2. We're going to throw away what should have been a point at least here. I know, yeah, maybe Chelsea have been the better team, but you've got to say, all we had to do was just stop that from happening. Kante there is mugged us off, really. Dillon trying to set us on the front foot towards Wilson. And that's it. And from Stamford Bridge, if you look at the points that we've lost recently from positions that we shouldn't be losing them, I'm fuming. I'm actually fuming. Chelsea 3, Bournemouth 2, final result. 6 points from 9. It's better than maybe we could have hoped for. But, like, yeah, Chelsea probably deserved the win. We were so close. I wonder what questions we're going to get in this interview about the game. Unfortunately for your team, Chelsea managed to score the winner during the very last minutes. I can't really say unlucky, because it wasn't. We could have prevented it, but they were also the better team. What do I say? I'm going to say they were the better team. A difficult game today. The players seem to be lacking in confidence. How does today impact the confidence of the players? Low confidence. All right, our confidence is solid. I'm going to say unacceptable performance. We let everybody down with how we played today. We should have got a draw there. Unacceptable with how we defended in the last few minutes. Pulisic was one of the best players in the opposition today. Your inability to stop him, the reason behind your failure. I'm going to say concentrate on what we can do better. He's a really good player. I was disappointed in the way we played. Let's say we're going to concentrate on what we can do better. And that is it for our interview. And my friends, that is going to be it for today's episode of Career Mode. As you can see, we're still top of the table, but Spurs have 2 games in hand and could take that off us now. So that's going to be interesting. Manchester United up into 4th. The top 4 is beginning to find its feet a little bit. The only real one in there that possibly shouldn't is us and Newcastle, really. But, yeah, it's looking all right for us so far. In terms of the top scorers, I believe King should still be in there. He is. He's joint top with Harry Kane, which is good to see as well. We should have got something out of that game against Chelsea if we could have just defended to the last few minutes, but unfortunately not the case. If you've enjoyed today's episode, though, a like would be greatly appreciated. A massive thank you for all of the support on this channel and the series itself. If you are new around here, like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. We will be playing 3 games next episode and showing you a squad report as we head into the January transfer window, where hopefully we might see some new faces into this Bournemouth team. Until next time, though, have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you all again with the next episode very, very soon. Adios!